Hello my friends, this is Wolfgang with Tools for Ascension, and today's video will be about calling in your future self. Yep, this is foul stuff, well, let me just talk about it, and then we go on to the guided meditation. First of all, why do we want our future self and not our high self? Which is probably a greater overview. Well, probably our future self, being us just in years in the future, kind of knows exactly, how we feel and how we think, and nothing will get lost in translation. With the high self, that is residing in these lofty realms, that are completely different worlds, and it might be, like a dog owner talking to his dog. The dog maybe is not getting everything, but with your future self, none of those translation or interpretation problems are there. So your information is kind of pre-digested, just the way you can understand it. And also, as times are going, people like you that are watching these videos, that are interested in ascension, they will be quite enlightened. So with lots of clients that I have, talking to their future selves, it definitely was a pleasure. And so, I had one client where he was like 60 years old, and he was talking to his future self that was 80 years old about a project, whether, there should be priority given to this project or that project, and very, very clear instructions were given, and which kind of took my client out of the doubtful way. It's always what if this, what if that, and then ultimately we may not be doing anything, full-heartedly or nothing at all. And so it is a wonderful thing, to communicate, and get some very good, ideas and results. Of course, this whole thing, talking to your future self, is basically based on the new physics, you could say, of the new age, that all time is simultaneously, that the high self at least, or the soul, can access all times. And nowadays with computer access, we can access, let's say, information from the past and the presence, and just incarnate in this avatar from this game, and maybe travel in time into medieval time, or into Stone Age time, or have a futuristic gun battle. So in a way we are the high self, and through computer technology we can access different time zones. So in a similar way, our high self can access, different incarnational situations, just like, we can on the computer. And actually, I think through practical experience, we all affecting each other. All those parallel incarnations that we're having, affect each other, so we can support each other, so the future can affect the past affect the future. So it's a big feedback loop. And somehow or other this is possible. This is a magical reality, and is way beyond the Newton space, where you just have little buckyballs, bouncing around. So, welcome to the keepers of Schröder's cat. And so, of course, we will want to connect, with our highest timeline. We will invoke this right now. We want to connect with our highest, best, most fun timeline. And, the ones that had learned all the lessons the most, the funnest way, the easiest way, has helped maybe the most, has fulfilled this incarnation mission the best. And please, this is a shotgun thing here right now, and so I would say have 3 questions ready that you ask, in case you get through to your future self. And so that's about it. We will, of course, invite the continuous guidance of your future self, and I would say that's about all you need to know. So just sit back, be very comfortable. You have to be very relaxed and in high vibration. The more you do that, the more powerful your intent is going to be. Okay, and close your eyes. And we ask for the presence of Archangel Michael to guide and protect us, and to make sure that everything that happens in this session is going to be for the highest good and divine harmony with the most benevolent outcomes. Amen. And you just have to say Amen, and mean it. You don't have to repeat anything, and you should smile because you're in the presence of greatness. And we also asked Mother Earth, to come and send you her love and feed you with her energies, and also guide you like a mother would guide a child in a loving, very relaxed way that is not binding in any way. Now, Amen. And now put your tongue up to the palate in your mouth, and breathe into your crown chakra. Deep, nice breaths. Pull the energy from the Earth Mother into your heart, and then breathe out the top of your head. Nice, strong breaths, all the way in, all the way out. Yes. And now imagine there is a tunnel in front of you. It's a luminous tunnel. And to your left is the past, in front of you is the present, and to the right of you is your future. And this looks kind of like a wormhole, and it's translucent to you. And now we ask that the future self from our best timeline in this incarnation, the most successful one, will come and meet us now. Amen. And there's a presence coming in from the right. You might feel it as a love, as a shininess. You may even see it. See the future's you. Or just feel the presence. It doesn't matter. Or it's maybe just a rough cartoon image. It does not matter. So, and we asked this future part of us, we asked it the first question. Now, Amen. And whatever pops into your mind, just take that as truth for right now. Don't judge it. Don't think that you're making it up yourself. Just be naive. And you can ask the question again one more time to see if you get a different answer. Now, Amen. And now draw in the love from your future self into your heart, and on the exhale, send your love through the heart of your future self and go back and forth, smile like an idiot. Nobody else is gonna see you. It's okay to smile. You might cry too. It's okay, just let it rip. Alright, and while you're running love with your future self, ask your second questions now. Amen. And now ask that second question again. Maybe you get a better or different answer or some explanation. Now, Amen. Thank you. And now you go back to running love with your future self. And give it permission to give advice whenever it's good and proper. And to even give you feedback, on possible decisions you could make, till you can feel it in your heart or intestines or in your mind. When you find a positive solution that is right on. Sometimes we have to try this and that, so we give it permission now. Amen. And now ask your third question. Amen. And ask your third question again, in case you get some variations on it. Amen. Very good. And now ask your future self how to best tune into your future self the next time. Maybe it suggests some variations. Maybe a particular spot or a particular visualization or some code. We ask it to show you now. Amen. Very good. And we do not always have time to go into deep meditation when we have to make a decision. Sometimes we have to decide on the spot, and we would like to have a clear indication from our future self of what means no for us, how it feels, where we feel it, so there is no doubt in us that it means no. Show us now. Amen. Very good. And now we ask for a sign of a definite yes, when asked in an everyday situation. Okay, so please show us what means yes in any physical sensation now. Amen. And again, we give our future self permission to come in whenever it's going to be for the highest good and divine harmony with the most benevolent outcomes. So we stay on track and having a really successful incarnation this time. Amen. And now we give thanks and exchange some more love with our future self. And we ask her to close any portals that should be closed now, and we're leaving now. Ask if there's any more message, one more message before we leave now. Amen. And I'm going to count to 3 now, and then you will be back in present day consciousness, completely awake, all your subtle bodies aligned, full of energy and joy. 1, 2, 3. Hey friends, I hope you had a good trip, you had a good experience. These are all little tips and tricks, that I work for your psychic ones the most. Some of you maybe have to meditate hard and calm themselves down. And some of you, are not there yet, and you have to do more bread and butter work, more purification before you get there, but ultimately, this is a wonderful technique. I called in several aspects of mine, and boy, it changed my life, so I love it. It is good. And so if you like this, please share this, share it with your friends, like it, write comments, especially, write comments about your good experiences, so other people can benefit, from your experience. There's so much garbage out there. So, you know what to do. If you press show more underneath the picture, there's going to be a whole bunch of links going to show up. And I do private sessions. If this vibrates great with you, if you have success with these guided meditations, a personal encounter is way more powerful. So, it's money well spent, and it's good to support your light worker. I love you. Namaste.